Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey everybody, old Captain here, and if you want, go to Asshole Consulting, where you can get me to give you the advice that you desperately need, because I am not here to kiss your ass and make you feel good. I'm here to solve your fucking problems. And you will pay, and you'll pay a pittance, because if I'm allowed to curse and swear and be blunt and direct, it only takes a fraction of the time it takes all the counselors and teachers and parents and therapists and psychologists to solve your fucking problem. So, bend over, spread your ass cheeks, because here it comes. Hi, Aaron. Sorry I've tried to be succinct, but this is still fairly long. Actually, this is the one thing you've done right. It's not that long. You did good. I'm a 26-year-old man from the United Kingdom living with my mother. I don't have a degree. Rather, I started working immediately after leaving school. I'm of average intelligence with an IQ of 110. I've drifted from shit job to shit job for the last 9 years and have become pessimistic, withdrawn, and depressed. I have no savings and quit by my last job a month ago as I was being exploited for less than £6 an hour, which is $9.25. I'm an introverted person and struggle to connect with people. I've tried to make up for this by working my ass off, but eventually I get burned out, shot down by people, or flat out exploited. I'm sorry, did they put a gun to your head and force you to work for that? Did they? Like, are you a slave? Did someone beat you over the head and say, oh, Arbeit macht du frei? So, you're not exploited. You're just being a whiny cunt right now. I am not resilient, I'd say. I have always been enticed and interested in web development and programming. I have self-taught myself web development over the years. I have tried to freelance as a web developer, but find that it's a huge drain of time for what amounts to a pittance, i.e. self-unemployment. I find it excruciatingly difficult to promote myself or draw attention to what I do. You don't do anything. You can't even do web development. You do nothing. What do you do? What's your skill? What's your trade? How can you promote yourself? What are you going to promote? You existing? There's 7 billion people on the planet that exist. Some are interesting, some do shit, others don't. Right? What are you doing? I've seen some IT courses in web development. I have seen some IT courses in web development advertised as a guaranteed job as a junior at a large company upon completing the course. But I am very cynical and question how legitimate or durable that final job is. I would go along with your cynicism there. These courses run about £3,500. That's like $5,000. So I'd have to borrow money. I also question how useful web development will be in the long term. Yeah, programming boot camp is one thing. Web development, that fucking people can self-teach themselves, and there's a lot of competition. Even with specialization down the line, it seems everyone is jumping onto this bandwagon. It's not viewed as seriously as it once was. Right now, I'm just looking for a supermarket, shelf stacking, or warehouse work, anything I can really find just to earn some money, pay my mother rent, and not feel like a waste of time. It once felt like I had potential. My question is my life salvageable? What do you think is the best course of action for someone in my disposition, character, and nature from this point onwards? I hope you can offer some advice and guidance, Dave. All right, Dave, here's the deal. The web development programming thing is better than what you're doing now. Right now, you're just moping like a fucking whiny cunt, okay? I would suggest you go into programming boot camp, not web development boot camp, but programming boot camp, because the jobs are better. But right now, web development would be better. I think you can teach yourself how to do web development easy enough nowadays. It's all online. You'd just be wasting money you don't have. But once you get that job, even if you went to programming boot camp and not web development boot camp, in both cases, you have no guarantees you're going to get a job. Right? The problem, though, that you have is not a lack of a certification or a skill. You're just a loser. You're a fucking whiny, self-pitying loser. All right, now I understand, work sucks. I understand that. You're talking to a guy who if I didn't quit, 2 seconds later my bosses were going to fire me. I understand. I understand how work is soul-sucking and all that. I understand how bosses can be manipulative. And I will grant you sometimes they can exploit you, but you can always walk away. But in the end, you have to man the fuck up, and you're 27 and you're making $9.25 an hour, and you just quit your last job a month ago. And maybe you might want to get out of the house. Fuck you. Quit being a whiny fucking cunt. Start being a goddamn man. Go down, find some fucking job. You find jobs, the next job you find, hold on to it. And the trick is, look, you got to let go of this, like the job's going to be rewarding. All jobs are soul-sucking. Preferably you find one that sucks your soul out at a slower rate than others. But this is nothing new. This is what everybody else has managed to do except you. All right? And I can tell your dad ain't around. You only mentioned your mother. It's obvious your dad isn't around. This is obviously not your fault. But this is the consequences of growing up with what I am predicting or estimating to be a single mom. This wishy-washy, no spine, look at my navel, the jobs aren't here, work sucks. It's obviously a product of a single mother. Now, here's the question, okay? Life is hard. Life is going to be hard. Do you want to rise above that and be harder than life and quit wasting the next 27 years of your life? Or do you want to keep doing what you're doing now? Right? There is no magical solution where, it's just this, and you can still be this mopey, whiny fucking cunt. It is, you have to go and endure and suffer like the rest of us. And the best way to do that in a job, because right now, you don't have the money to go to boot camp school or programming school. You just don't. Right? You need a job. You need to put fucking food on the table. You need to pay your mother rent at minimum. And then ideally, you become a real man and move the fuck out. Then, you can have afford your own groceries, pay your own fucking rent, get your own fucking car, pay your own utilities, pay for your own cell phone bill, and then when pubes start growing down there, a little bit below your navel, then you'll be a real man. You will be self-supporting. And then, the next step, once you can support yourself, once you get that down, then you could go on and start worrying about web programming or boot camp, or programming boot camp, or whatever else have you. Right? But to get there, you're going to let go of your ego, let go of this, you think that world is going to be easy or something, and especially, this is the best trick ever, just let go at work, okay? The best thing to do is clock your brain out, just checking in at the door. Just do whatever fucking mind-numbing bullshit job it is they want you to do. We've all had to done it. It all sucks, and we all lost about half our cerebral cortex because of it. But we all have to do it. And then once you start making progress and you establish yourself as an adult, then you can go ahead and start looking at programming boot camp, because that's going to be just as hard. And it's going to require just as much adult responsibility. And there's none of this fucking, I tried to teach web development. I sort of half-assed did it a shot. And fuck, man, no one did anything. Fuck you. Right? So, become an adult. Support yourself on the crappy jobs that all of us had to do. It's going to suck. Check your brain out. Don't take it personally. Just do whatever the fuck you're told. Don't try and be smart. Don't try and figure out a faster way to do it. Just do what you're fucking told. You are a goddamn automaton when you go in there. Then when you're done knocking out your 8 hours a day, then you go and you start working on your other stuff. Programming, self-teaching. If you want, if you don't have the money, you're going to have to self-teach yourself. And then you go ahead and start working on the next stage of your career, becoming a skilled man. A man in demand. Right? But you can't just go to a man in demand and then be this mopey, I graduated with a certificate and I showed up. Right? So I'm sorry, you are one of the many, but one of the top ones that need this swift kick in the ass. All right? I know your dad wasn't around. We don't have time to make up for lost time of your dad not being around or a father figure not being around to kind of give you these harsh lessons bit by bit, amortized over the course of time. It has to be dealt in a very short period of time. And it all culminates into this. You can keep whining about it like you are now. You can keep believing the lies of what everybody has led you up to this point to believe that, well, you just work sucks, you just quit a job and all that, and you could live at home with mom at the age of 20. Well, okay, that's done. That's gone and over with. Now quit being a whiny cunt. Here's the harsh real world. So, it's your choice. You can keep living your life like you have, and you're not happy with it. All right? Or you could bite the bullet like we all did, well, most of us did. There's some people who live on welfare who fucking the scum of the earth, and at least you're not that. Or you bite the bullet, you become a real man, and you get yourself a real life, and you start enjoying life. You're not happy. You're not fucking happy. And I'm not going to give you excuses that enable you to continue living this life. Here's the answer. I just gave you the answer. Quit being a whiny cunt. Kick ass. Check your brain out. Work your shitty ass job. Get out of the house. Support yourself. Become an adult. When you get there, then start thinking career. And I think by that time, once you've achieved that major hurdle in life, becoming a true self-supporting adult, you're going to say, fuck, I'm not going to pay $5,000 or 3,500 pounds for these people to teach me web development. I could do that myself. I don't have the money or the thing. I got a budget. Anyway, wish you the best. And again, the choice is success or failure. Either or. So whether you want to put the effort into success. Doodles.